going, guys? It's your boy, Lieutenant Dan, here from Unintentional Grounding Live, here from Orlando, Florida, and I woke up maybe about 20 minutes ago. I'm not even gonna joke with you. I just woke up like 20 minutes ago. I'm like scrambling, trying to do my daily stuff because I woke up a little late, about 30 minutes late. Trying to get my stuff done, doing my thing. I'm Lieutenant Dan, I'm trying to do like normal stuff for, normal things because normal people do normal stuff on a weekday. And was setting up today to do some massive work on the draft because Hal Snipes donated $100 yesterday during our stream, and it made me tear up and whatnot. Anywho, and I look at my phone. The first thing you do, you look at your phone in the morning, you see what kind of messages you got going on. You just open your phone, you're just like, oh, what's going on over here? And my phone is blown up because it says Mohamed Sanu, one of my favorite Falcons, on the wide receiving core. Julio's my favorite. Sanu was like my second favorite. Has been traded to the New England Patriots, and he has, I don't know if he's gonna win a ring. That's subjective. That can happen or not happen. But bruh, when I tell you that I woke up and I saw the compensation for that trade was a second round pick, boy, I need coffee. Y'all gotta let me have some coffee, man, because if I don't have any coffee, I'm gonna be like a dead man halfway through this show. So let me have some coffee, man. Let me start this day up the right way. The best part of waking up is Mohamed Sanu giving you a second round pick. A lot of great things happen with Mohamed Sanu here in Atlanta, and I wish him all the best. Honestly, giving up Mohamed Sanu to the New England Patriots hurts my soul. And I'm chuckling about it, and I'm also not, because I'm gonna miss Sanu because he was a real person. Like, and that's for any player that plays for the Atlanta Falcons. They're real people. But without getting too deep, Mohamed Sanu and his kid and his family and everything that he represented, Bean Talk, all of what he's done for this organization. Yeah, amazing guy, amazing athlete. A lot of interceptions have come off of Mohamed Sanu's hands, which, take that out as you will. But that being said, you just got a second round pick from the New England Patriots now. The New England Patriots are sitting probably at the 32nd pick in the second round. But it's still a second round pick, or what people that are pessimistic will consider a high third round pick. Look, having an extra second or extra third is fine. More than fine. I thought giving Mohamed Sanu off, you'd probably get a fourth or maybe at best third, but you just got a high third or low second round pick. And now with that loss of our sixth round pick, we don't have a sixth round pick. This is a huge win for the Falcons. I think it's a huge win for the Falcons. Did we fleece the Patriots? No, I wouldn't say that. If their pick was a little bit higher in the second round, maybe. But it's still surprising that New England gave us a second round pick for Mohamed Sanu. Maybe that's our best trade asset. Because I don't know what Vic Beasley is going to get you. And then people are also calling for Devondre Campbell to potentially be traded. And there's rumors about that potentially happening. I don't know if those are true or not, so I'm not going to project those here on Unintentional Grounding. But I will say that looking at this group of wide receivers, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage, Justin Hardy, you take Mohamed Sanu out, and we had talked already before about how Mohamed Sanu was basically doing the job of Austin Hooper. So to justify Austin Hooper being here, you trade away Sanu. Because Austin Hooper does exactly what Mohamed Sanu does for you. Red zone targets, moving the chains. Mohamed Sanu was doing the exact same thing as a possession wide receiver. red zone targets, and moving the chains. And Austin Hooper is younger than Mohamed Sanu, and also is going to be with Matt Ryan for a while if we decide to pay him. You also get a lot of money back from Mohamed Sanu. I think we got quite a few millions by doing so. And the Patriots on their side give up a second round pick. They get a quality wide receiver that knows exactly what he's doing. They were trying to do that with Antonio Brown. And potentially, they are already spanking people, but now they have an extra weapon in their arsenal that they can pull out. And my wife, Mrs. Lieutenant Dan, go check her out on Twitter, because she wants to do a show with us here on Unintentional Grounding. She wants to talk Patriots talk. And once this happened, she was like, oh my God, I want to talk about it. So please go over to Mrs. Lieutenant Dan's Twitter and go and follow her and say, yo, we fleeced the Patriots. Haha. Go check her out. She would be really happy to see you guys come through. And she wants to be on the show some more. But I'm sad for Sanu's departure, and I'm upset that he's leaving. But a second round pick is the first step in helping this team get back on track. It really is. So now you have a couple other things that need to be settled. Hey, Nene, what's going on? Good to see you. Rise up, stay grounded. Hope you're doing well. Not even a Falcons fan, but I'm sad y'all let Mohamed Sanu go. I know it was a smart move, but damn, I didn't want him to be a Patriot. I don't think anybody wanted him to be a Patriot, but suitors were San Francisco in our own conference. I think the Bears were looking for somebody, and then also, of course, the Patriots were looking for somebody for the wide receiving core. So give them up to the Patriots. Can't hurt us in the AFC. We're not potentially going to be making it to the Super Bowl this year anyway. So that just hurts the Steelers, and it hurts the Chiefs, and it doesn't hurt us. It doesn't actually hurt the Cowboys either. So I don't think any of us wanted him to be a 49er. If he had become a 49er and gone on to Kyle Shanahan and helped them get closer and closer to a Super Bowl, that would have been really dangerous. And it also would have hurt the Cowboys' chances as well, because the 49ers keep getting doing what they're doing. So one more sip of coffee. Let me sip some more coffee. And let me jump into the chat. I didn't even say hi to the chat. What am I doing? Y'all keep me accountable, huh? Y'all be like, you didn't say hi to the chat. What are you doing? Yeah. Jay Holland, what's going on? Jeremy Cole, good to see you. Rise up, stay grounded. Rose Stackson, Minnesota Falcon fan. Trucker B. Chris Edwards, what's going on, my man? Although I love Sanu on our team, and I was a smart move to get a second round pick out of him. I feel that. R. Chapman, good to see you. Yo, what's going on? Yo. Nado Apps, good to see you, my man. Rise up, stay grounded. Hope you're doing well. The Matthew 427, good to see you, man. Hate losing him, but glad he is probably getting a ring. Potentially, yeah. Blizz, what's going on, my man? Rise up, stay grounded. Hope you're doing well. Nini, Mark Hill, good to see you guys. Tasman, Kojam, Nantucket. Mikey's in the building. Haven't seen you in a hot minute, my man. Well, damn. Philip Bonner, good to see you. Rise up, stay grounded. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, it is at a point now where there's only a few more assets that the Atlanta Falcons can trade off. Devondre Campbell would be one of those guys. Vic Beasley's already on the trade block right now. We don't know if we're gonna get what we want out of that trade. So, yeah, man, keep up the good work, my man. Keep up the good work, my dude. But man, this is gonna be one of those. This is gonna be one of those. I think it's gonna be one of those weeks. But what is this? What is this? What did you guys do? What's this? Woo! Woo! Who did this? Boy Begley. Fam, you don't have, what you doing? What you doing over here? Good morning, Lieutenant Dan. Enjoy that coffee sip and the second round pick, LOL. That was better than we talked about yesterday. Yeah, I was talking to Boy Begley. Go check me out on Twitch. Twitch.tv/unintentional grounding. Give Boy Begley a woo. Give this man right here, give Boy Begley a woo. Give it to him. Wheeling, dealing, making all the girls cry. Coming out here with hot takes. Boy Begley, give him a woo. Give that man a woo. $20 donation. Thank you so much, Boy Begley. You didn't have to do that. Wow. Thank you. Really blessed. I appreciate that. Yeah, we were talking, just freestyling, throwing stuff off the top of our heads. I know myself and Glitch were in there. And we were talking, I'll probably be on there in just a little while. But we were talking about, what could you get for Mohamed Sanu? Maybe a 4th round pick. Tops a 3rd. And we talked about Vic and Devondre Campbell. We talked about all these guys. And Begley's like, you know what, man? I have this feeling we're going to be surprised. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Then Begley leaves me and I win a game of Apex Legends. And he's not there to celebrate with me because he had other things to do. But rise up, Boy Begley. Thank you so much for your $20 donation. I really appreciate that. That goes to all of you guys in here. Thank you for your donations, and thank you for your subs, and thank you for keeping this channel alive and pushing it forward. You guys are amazing. Well, shit. So, yeah, and now you've got to think about Vic and Campbell and whoever else might potentially be on the trade block. The Raiders are potentially looking for a defensive player, and the buzz is going around right now. What would the Raiders potentially give the Atlanta Falcons if we traded Vic Beasley off to the Raiders? And there's weird stuff like people talked about yesterday about Takk McKinley potentially being traded off, which really freaked me out. I had a discussion last night with an unnamed grounder about Von Miller getting traded for by the Atlanta Falcons. And that certain grounder stayed up all night and then sent me this long ass list of how it actually could work, and it actually checked out. Like, the cap worked. We got Von Miller. We didn't have a 1st round pick this coming year, but we had Von Miller, and we had like Takk and Grady and a draft pick as well, also helping out on the line, and he made it work. This grounder, he made it work, and I was like, I don't know how you did it. I don't know what kind of black magic you were able to do on Over the Cap. I don't know how you were able to make it work, but the numbers actually check out. Woo! That was a ride last night. That was a hell of a ride last night. Shout out to the grounder who gave me that list last night, how to get Von Miller and bring him here to Atlanta. How old is Von Miller? Von Miller. Let's see if it'll pull up his age. Von Miller is 30, 31 if we were to get him. Interesting. I don't know. What Sanu really got traded? That's right, Sports Talk. That's right, TST. Yeah, he got traded. We got a 2nd round pick for it. I don't know how we did that. That's yeah. Begley, good to see you back. Myron Gaines, good to see you, my man. Rise up, stay grounded. Patriots going undefeated, bruh. Maybe. I don't know. My wife, Mrs. Lieutenant Dan, is a Patriots fan, and she is like, we got Mohamed Sanu. He is my favorite Falcon. I'm like, thanks for the 2nd round pick, though. When your wife, before Adam Schefter breaks the news, your wife breaks you the news. When your wife breaks you the news that Mohamed Sanu has been traded to the New England Patriots before Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport break the news, that's crazy. Interesting. It's interesting. It's very weird. It's very, very weird. It's undisputed queso. Welcome to Moe's. Welcome to Moe's. Would you like a Joey bag of donuts? Just means she's a keeper. Nene, I think you're right. I really think you're right. Nene, go over and follow Mrs. Lieutenant Dan. She needs some support. She's out there. She's hustling. She's making video game content and whatnot. And she's kicking butt and taking names. She's doing it, man. While that's crazy, rather have the draft capital than aging players. Yeah, the draft capital for the Atlanta Falcons seems to be bolstering over these next, couple of days. Hey, man, bro, this could be really interesting. This could be really interesting if for some reason we start seeing some more trades come up in the next, couple hours or so. It would be Sanu said he wanted to retire a Falcon, but now he's off to the New England Patriots, which will be very, very interesting. That'll be weird, man. It'll be weird. It'll be really weird to see him in a Patriots uniform, but I'll be happy for him if he can get a ring. I will. I honestly will. Undisputed Queso says, yeah, I just woke up to this. Damn, Sanu. But a second round pick, though. A second round pick. Yeah. Trufant can't be traded because of cap. So I don't know why anybody's saying anything about Trufant. Cap wise, currently we can't trade Trufant. Trufant actually, let me make sure that Trufant's contract. Sorry, my keyboard is so click. Let's see here. The over the cap and the spot rack site will give me exactly what I'm looking for, just to make sure that everybody understands. So if we were to trade him this year, this is just to give you guys kind of a feel for why we cannot trade Mohamed Sanu. If we were to trade him this year, we would be $4.4 million in dead cap this year and $10 million in dead cap next year, but only $9.5 million in saved cap this year. So it's a bad idea. It's a really bad idea. Oof. Terrible idea. The worst. The Chris Law Show says, do you think that Dan Quinn will be fired by the bye week? Nah. Well, maybe. Potentially. Yeah, I mean, it could happen. Just in my opinion, which is subjective, I don't know if he'll be fired because Arthur Blank, I don't think has ever fired anybody halfway through the season. So if he doesn't fire him halfway through the season, then he'll fire him at the end when he can go through the coaching carousel and be able to get the process going as fast as possible. But if Arthur Blank is got, the big nads and he decides that he's going to pull the trigger, which would be incredible big nads, then we could start the process of kind of like breaking the team down. Blowing it up is an over exaggeration, but I think like breaking it down slowly. Pieces that ultimately aren't giving us any value because we already have pieces in front of it or behind it that have value currently. So, what about trading Freeman? Freeman, you also cannot trade until next year. The dead cap is is 100% the reason why the Trufant contract and the Freeman contract are really bad. Like, they're really bad contracts. They would have worked out if the players had worked out. Like, the Trufant contract, I think, still is fine because Trufant's still a good corner. But the Freeman contract, like, you could cut him next year, but if we were to do something this year, if we were to release him, we'd be $6 million in dead cap this year and $6 million in next year with no cap savings. 0. So we'd only recur dead cap. If we were to trade him this year, it would be $3 million in dead cap this year and $6 million in dead cap next year, plus $3.7 million in savings this year. It's not worth it. Whereas next year, if we were to release him, it would be $3 million dead this year, $3 million dead next year, and $6.5 million saved. But that's only after June 1st. So you'd have to wait till after June 1st to cut him. If we were to trade him after June 1st, it's the same number, 3, 3, and 6. So you can't do anything beforehand. You would have $6 million in dead cap and $3.5 million in savings. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. It would be a huge travesty to do something like that. It would set you back more than it would help you, you know. So I don't think Trufant is garbage. I think that's a bit of an over-exaggeration as well. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think Trufant is a really good corner. I think that our coverage system is trash. And that's more on the coaching and the system that he brings together. You know, we saw the Mike Smith era defense, and it was statistically better than the Dan Quinn defense. And in its early days of the Dan Quinn defense, things got better with Mike Smith players. So that's just my take. I you know, we need a real number one. We can't get pressure. That would help True. Actually, and I said this in my last stream, Nadeau, that teams are averaging 2.5 seconds. The ball is getting out of their hands and getting to a wide receiver and being caught for a first down or more. So it's not the pass rush. You can't get to someone in 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds is not enough time to be able to get past a 300-pound man and then be able to get after another guy behind him. That's not enough time. So the corners right now are actually the reason why the corners and linebackers, they're actually clumped together. The corners, linebackers, and safeties are not doing their job, but that is systematically a problem, not just a player problem. There are player problems, but that could be fixed by coaching. So the coaching right now is just at an all-time low. So that's kind of where we're at. Blazin, what's going on, man? Rise up, stay grounded. What's going on, my dude? So that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. That Mohamed Sanu has been traded to the New England Patriots. I will repeat this again. He has been traded to the New England Patriots for a second-round pick. That will be a low second-round pick. So at this point right now, this defense and this offense are almost practically the same, minus Mohamed Sanu, who Austin Hooper was doing the same job as Mohamed Sanu. So Mohamed Sanu leaving will give more snaps to Hooper and to Julio and to Calvin and to Gage. So that is actually good. Jarvis Williams, what's going on, my man? Rise up, stay grounded. Shadow Falcon, good to see you, my man. Rise up. Hope you're doing well. Low second round pick. Well, I mean, if the Patriots win the Super Bowl, will be pick 32, which would basically, for the people that are pessimistic, they'll be like, that's a high third round pick. It's still a second or a third round pick. It's still a day 2 pick that you got for Mohamed Sanu. And that's crazy, man. That's good. That's good shit. I mean, excuse my language, but that's good shit. Like, I don't know how many of you guys are, you know, that deep in the dumps right now, you know, that down, but a second round pick is a second round pick, no matter what you say. So the Falcons currently have a first, 2 seconds, a third, a fourth, a fifth, and a seventh, from what I understand. So we have 7 picks going into the draft in 2020, and 4 picks in the first 2 rounds. So that's a win. Or excuse me. Yeah. Well, wait. 1, 2, 3. In the first 3 rounds. The first 3 rounds. 4 picks in the first 3 rounds. So I said that right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3 plus the 3. Yeah. Plus the 2, 3. 3, 2. Yeah. 4 in the first. 4 in the first 3. More coffee. I need more coffee. I'm making mistakes that I wouldn't make on every other show. You know, I'm making mistakes that I wouldn't make on every other show where I'm awake. I should have just taken more time this morning to just be like, you know, hey man, get some coffee, eat some breakfast, maybe just wake up a little bit. Just, you know, get up. So anyway, also, yeah, I did. I saw it. I saw the Chuck Smith rant. I saw it. And I know people are gonna side with Chuck Smith because they don't like Vic Beasley, because they love pass rush specialist number 1. I get it. I understand. I get what is going on here. I get it. Pile on the extra shovel of crap on the Vic Beasley just to make sure it's buried. I get it. I understand. He's not wrong with Vic Beasley not learning a pass rush move. I get it. That I completely get. I am Vic Beasley's, in his court. But in that same instance, I think the player Vic Beasley and the role that he was put in is not just that pass rusher. People want him only to be a pass rusher because that's what they thought he was drafted for. Bruce Irvin is a linebacker, a hybrid pass rushing coverage guy. That's exactly what Vic Beasley was. Bruce Irvin is a much more polished pass rusher than Vic Beasley. It's on Vic Beasley to be a better pass rusher by learning more moves, by going to practices, by doing whatever it takes to be able to become a better player. In that instance, I completely agree. That yes, Vic Beasley should have learned more, should have dedicated more time to pass rush, should have dedicated more time to coverage. To be an all-around player, he should have dedicated more time over his first 4 years and told Dan Quinn, no, I need to be a better player for myself, not only as an athlete, but also an IQ guy. And that's where I agree. That's where I completely agree that Vic Beasley did not take the extra steps forward to be a better player. But I, myself, know that Vic Beasley is a good football player when put in the right position to succeed. Dan Quinn and Chuck Smith said it, and I agree. I completely agree. Chuck Smith said, it's not on Dan Quinn because Dan Quinn told you already what to do. I believe that. Completely agree. But I also want to throw this ball in the Chuck Smith's court. On the grounds of what Vic Beasley plays, how do you... This is just a general question. I'm not trying to take a shot at Chuck Smith. Okay? Knowing what Vic Beasley plays as a pass rush specialist and as a linebacker in coverage, similar to what an Anthony Barr does, but he's not Anthony Barr. I'm not saying that. Similar to what a Bruce Irvin does, but he's not Bruce Irvin. They're not in the same category. Should we get after Vic Beasley on his pass rush stuff? Yeah, of course we should. Should we get on Vic Beasley, the player, for the position and role that he was supposed to play? I don't think that's justified. So, Chuck, I would love to hear your answer to Vic Beasley's position that he plays versus the pass rusher that he is. That I would just like to know that, because if you could tell me what you think of Vic Beasley, the player, and where he was put on the field and what his role was, then I could have a little bit of a better take on what you were saying. But right now, you really you told half a truth. That half a truth is that Vic Beasley didn't work on his pass rush moves. You're correct. Completely correct. He did not become a better pass rusher. But the role he was put in was to be a linebacker and a coverage guy also. Part of his job. So I really want to know his take on that. Like I do. I really want to know that take. That's all I'll say about that Chuck Smith interview. Because that's all there is to say. If his position is that of not a full-time defensive end, and he's only going to play somewhere around 300 snaps at defensive end, where he's playing the bulk of it at linebacker, yeah. Yeah, Blaze, you're right. You're right. Situational pass rusher while leaning to set the edge was said as the draft line for him. Also, they said that he would work better in a 34 than he would in a 43. And we started trying to play 34 stuff later, and just at that time it was already blown. So, but yeah, I'm not going to question his passion. I'm not going to question his drive or motivation. I'm not going to question all of that. I don't know Vic Beasley, so I'm not going to question it. But I will state that the player and what he was supposed to perform to do, one half of it, yes, Chuck Smith, you did get it right. The other half of it, I don't know if you want to touch on that because you didn't want to sound like you were stepping backwards from your momentum about Vic Beasley not being a good pass rusher. So I definitely would want to hear what you have to say about Vic Beasley as a linebacker, because his coverage skills were not terrible. They weren't. That's just my take. I mean, it's subjective. It could be wrong. But what I saw on the tape was a guy that is being played out of position. I guess that's just my take. Yeah, true, Cody. You're actually correct. Yeah, I think Jamal, I'm with you. I think that Vic Beasley was used wrong. I think as a situational pass rusher or pass rush specialist. I mean, people say pass rush specialist is like he's some kind of he's amazing. I take pass rush specialist, that word, that verbiage, and I go, so you bring him in when you want a pass rush. What is his overall role? If it gives you guys any solace, I don't think that we will potentially get Chase Young, and I would love to get AJ Espinoza. I really would. I've fallen in love with AJ Espinoza, the kid from Iowa. I'm down with AJ Espinoza. I am. I watched Chase Young tape. I watched Espinoza tape, and I'm like, yeah, it would be really cool to have Chase Young, but AJ Espinoza is a monster. That kid is a monster. He's a freak. That kid's a freak. That kid's a nasty freak. Anyway, that being said, anything else that you guys would like to discuss? Because Mohamed Sanu got traded for a second-round pick of the New England Patriots, and still in the trade block, potentially Devondre Campbell. Look at Discord. It's important. All right. .5 seconds is enough time to get to the quarterback. Oh my God. Stop. I'm not playing this game. Not playing this game. Nope. Not playing this game. What's this other photo? Per sources, Julio Jones in the locker room following the loss to the Rams raised his hand while head coach Dan Quinn was addressing the team. asked to talk, and then gave an emotional speech saying, "This man has done everything for us. It's on us, not on cue." What? Whoa. I'll read that again for those of you in the back that didn't hear that. Per sources from Zach Klein, Julio Jones in the locker room following the loss to the Rams raised his hand while Dan Quinn was addressing the team, asked to talk, and then gave an emotional speech. "This man has done everything for us. It's on us. It's not on cue." What? Did Julio just stand on the wall and be like, "This is the line. What do you got?" Wow. Wow. Okay. Man, okay, look, if that's real, if that's true, if Julio Jones smashed through this speech and was like, da da da, boom, 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 and then hit him with the, "This man has done everything for us. It's on us, not on cue." Whew, Julio, man. Julio's like, "Fuck the noise." Damn, okay. All right. Okay. What? That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. Anyway, AJ Espinoza. AJ Espinoza. I want him on the Falcons. Chase Young is cool, but I want Espinoza. I want Espinoza. I really do. I want him on my team. I want him as the other defensive end on this team. I do. I want to bring in a veteran, and then I want to put Espinoza on the edge, and I want Kaminsky and Tack on the other edge. That's what I want. That's what I want if we're going to play a 43. That's what I want. That's what I want. And with 2 second-round picks, you can get a offensive lineman, and you can get another defensive lineman, or maybe even a linebacker. Wow. I want Swift so bad. We'll have to wait to see what happens to Freeman and company. Anyway, this has gone long enough. Now we're just, chilling and whatever. But I'm going to head over to twitch.tv/unintentionalgrounding for a little while. If you guys want to join me over there, twitch.tv/unintentionalgrounding. Link is in the description of this video. I'm going to be playing some video games. And I'm going to be talking some more draft talk and some more Falcons talk. And just be a little loose over there and chill and relax. So anyway, rise up, stay grounded, take it easy. I'm going to head out of here. Peace and hair grease. I hope you're doing all well. I hope everybody in here has had a wonderful time. PSN comes in here with laughing my ass off. Oh boy. Yeah, here we go. He's been down in the dumps lately. Can everybody just give a hug to PSN? Poor kid, poor guy, poor dude. Rise up, take it easy. Boy from Lieutenant Dan from Unintentional Grounding Live here in Orlando, Florida. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Peace, hair grease. See you later.